Time stood still when I saw you.
Hey, what's up guys, Yusuf Shah from Tech Droids, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the latest and greatest from the folks over at Samsung, the Galaxy S21 Ultra. This is the flagship of their flagships, the premium one, the thick boy. In today's video we're going to be unboxing it, take a look at the box contents, and I'll give you guys my full review, my honest verdict on the Galaxy S21 Ultra, compare it to the other two phones in the S21 series, tell you guys what's good with it, what are the best features, and should you pay that hefty price tag of 1,06,000 rupees for its base variant in India and upwards of $1,300 in the US. So this is everything you need to know. This is your one-stop shop for the Galaxy S21 Ultra. With that being said, subscribe to the channel and let's get started. Alright, so starting off the unboxing and taking a look at the box itself, it's very Apple inspired. The materials that go into the box and the packaging have been reduced significantly. The size of the box, you can see the S21 Plus and S21 Ultra, not much difference. Take that lid off. First things first is the Galaxy S21 Ultra in the Phantom Black color. Take off all the protective, plastic, and it's a really nice finish in my opinion. It's not just like your, normal generic black. There is some effort, that's gone into this color, and it's really nice. I really like it. Let's boot the phone up and let's take a look at the other accessories, which are not a whole lot inside the box. You have the small packet, rest of the box is empty. Again, absolutely grateful to Samsung for that SIM ejector tool. And opening this small box up, you'll be created with 3 bits of document. So that's your quick start guide, your SAR values, your regulatory information, just boring stuff. Nobody ever reads these things. And you have this lonely USB Type-C cable for charging and data syncing. Nothing proprietary here like Apple, but no wall adapter, no earphones, no quick switch adapter, nothing of that sort. And this honestly didn't feel like unboxing a phone that's worth $1,300 or 1 lakh rupees in India. And just imagine telling someone that you're gonna pay 1,06,000 rupees for a phone and you're not gonna get a charger with it. Just set aside the earphones and the case and everything else that you might include. A charger is something that is very basic, very essential to a smartphone experience, and that's not included. And I feel like, it's not a whole lot of money to buy a new one, but it just, kind of hinders my experience. But that's pretty much it for the unboxing. Let's take a look at the Galaxy S21 Ultra, and here's everything you need to know. Alright, so starting off with the S21 Ultra, let's talk about its biggest change on the outside, that is its design and build quality. So this follows suit with the rest of the S21 series and has that contour cut design for its camera system, where the camera system and the module itself is raised from the rest of the back of the phone, and the materials here are also different. So it is still glass, but the finish on top is matte, and you have 2 colors on the S21 Ultra. This is the Phantom Black, and I really like it personally, and it's gonna get fingerprinty and take some smudges and stuff like that, but again, scratches will be really hard to see on this one. It also feels very durable in the hand, and I really like this new design. The camera module from the sides itself looks flush. It kind of blends in with the rest of the phone, and the sides are glossy but the back of the phone is matte, and this whole contrasting design in my opinion is a very fresh take on a flagship in 2021, and it feels good. It's heavy, it's got some weight to it because of the big battery and all the internals. It's a thick phone, it's not a thin boy, and it's got that bulk to it as well. It feels very premium. So in terms of the comfort and just holding it, the way it fits in your palm, all of that is pretty 2021 flagship level. Alright, so moving on, of course, this is the S21 Ultra, so specs and hardware isn't even in the question here. You're getting the Snapdragon 888 or the Exynos 2100 in terms of your CPU, both 5nm chips, both pretty good, and up to a 35% increase in CPU and GPU performance. That's what Samsung promised. And you're also getting 12 or 16 gigabytes of RAM, depending upon which storage variant you get. And in terms of storage, you're getting 128 or 256 or 512 gigabytes of internal storage, and the 512 gigabyte variant will come with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and the other two will come with 12 gigabytes of RAM. You've got 5000 mAh battery, and again, another point with storage, that there is no micro SD card expansion this time around, even on the Ultra, and you can say goodbye to that feature. It's not coming back, and Samsung was one of the last companies that was kind of keeping it alive, but it's RIP micro SD card slot. And apart from that, the other specs are going to be that it has the IP68 water and dust resistance rating, so a swim in the pool or a splash in the rain shouldn't really affect this phone. And you've also got really fast wired charging, 15-watt wireless charging, and reverse wireless charging for maybe a Galaxy Watch or some other accessory, or you could also charge another phone if you wanted to. So those are the specs, and performance is top notch. It's great. It's buttery smooth on this one. Coupled with the 120 hertz display, which we'll talk about in a minute, performance on the S21 Ultra is amazing. Just gaming or video watching, content consumption, whatever it is that you do, is it just normal day-to-day tasks, going through social media, or if it's high-end tasks like video production on a phone, or doing high-end games, maybe you're doing some other task that is pretty daunting, this is the phone to do it on. It's not gonna hiccup, it's not gonna stutter, there's no lags, nothing. One UI is again pretty smooth, and multitasking was great as well. So performance, you're gonna have no problems, no complaints. The S21 Ultra completely nails it. And talking about software, this is again One UI on top of Android 11, which is the latest software from Google. And as I said in my previous video on the S21 Plus, Samsung likes to do things their own way. They have an extra app for basically everything. So the only problems you might have in the software is going to be that there's a lot of clutter, lots of bloatware, and maybe some extra features that you may or may not use. With the S21 Ultra also supporting the S Pen, which is an optional accessory, which will cost you $40 or maybe 3,000 rupees in India, there is a lot of features in this software. And yes, some of them are quite useful, some of them are just shoved up in there in your face kind of thing, and you might never even realize they're there. But again, they're working on their software, and I feel like if they reduce the clutter, One UI is going to be one of the best pieces of software after Oxygen OS and some of the other custom OS that is there on the market. Now, talking about the cameras, which happen to be one of the most exciting parts about the 21 Ultra, because that huge bump on the back says and screams really good cameras. So you've got 4 cameras in total, and the 5th cutout is for the laser assist autofocus, and there's also a flashlight. You've got 4 rear cameras, starting off with the main one, that's the 108 megapixel f1.8 sensor. Then there's a 12 megapixel 120 degree ultra wide angle camera, there's a 10x telephoto, and there is a 3x telephoto, so for different levels of zoom. And towards the front you have a beastly 40 megapixel front camera. And the software itself is pretty similar to the S21 and the S21 Plus, very similar. You've got 4 modes, and then when you go on to more options, you have all the features of the camera there. You've got this new thing called director's mode, where you can use all the cameras at the same time. You can also record audio from multiple sources. There's 8K video recording, slow motion, HDR, everything is packed in. And talk about camera quality, I haven't tested everything yet, but from what I saw, the camera quality was great. Shots turned out to be really detailed, and even in low lighting, this performs really nicely. And if you're taking photos or videos, you're doing social media stuff, making content, this is going to be the phone to do it on. And even the front camera delivered some really nice shots, and I'll link up some camera samples down below so you guys can have a look for yourself. But apart from that, cameras on this phone are really top notch, and I totally recommend it if you are a person that really likes to take pictures and videos on their phone. So that's that. And talking about my favorite part about any Samsung flagship every year, and that is the display. This time around you have a 6.8-inch display with again the Infinity O cutout, so there is a punch hole cutout for the front camera, the 40 megapixel one. And talking about bezels, they're non-existent basically, and this is a Quad HD Plus panel with the 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate. It's got Widevine L1 certification, HDR support, everything is there in this display feature wise, spec wise. And when you use this display, you're greeted with the deep blacks, the brightness, the punchy colors, and just watching videos, playing games, consuming media content on this phone is a treat. It's a really pleasant experience in my opinion, and Samsung just manages to nail displays every year. Phone after phone, they're doing it, and in my opinion, this is going to be the best display on the market. And it's gonna take a phone a really nice display to compete with the S21 Ultra. So again, display wise, basically it's got everything, you know, locked in, and the adaptive refresh rate is, you know, a battery saving feature. So when you're not doing something intensive, when the phone is idle, maybe you're looking at something that does not need the high refresh rate, it just clocks it down, you know, up to 10 Hz. So again, you should see some optimizations in the battery life with this feature. So in terms of display, I really like it. And also under the display is the fingerprint scanner, which is 1.77 times bigger and also faster. So you don't have to be like really precise on where you place your finger, and it should unlock pretty quickly as well. So that's that. And displays haven't really been the issue with Samsung phones ever, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. But apart from that, that's pretty much it. That's everything you need to know, everything that's changed with the Galaxy S21 Ultra from its, you know, predecessor, that is the S20 Ultra from last year. And the pricing this time around is kind of, you know, crazy. It's $1,200 in the US or 1,06,000 rupees in India for the base variant, that is 128 gigabytes, and it is kind of crazy, kind of mad to pay that kind of money and still not get a charger and earphones. I'm very pissed at Samsung at this point. But let's ignore all of that and take in the Galaxy S21 Ultra for what it is. Phone wise, setting aside the packaging, it's an amazing flagship for 2021. It's premium, it ticks all the boxes, and it is got all the top-notch specifications that you expect from a 2021 flagship phone. And it's going to be really hard to compete this one. You'll have to put out a really good phone, OnePlus, Xiaomi, all the competition. And let's see how it holds up, to the next iPhone and to the next OnePlus flagship. But if you ask me, if you're looking for a flagship and if you don't mind paying that kind of money, the camera is good, the performance is great, the display is amazing, the S21 Ultra is the phone to get, in 2021. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys, liked this video, and if it was helpful or entertaining in any way, go ahead and smash the like button. Also, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about the S21 Ultra? What color do you like? What do you think about the phantom black finish? Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads. My name has been Yusuf, and you guys have been awesome. Stay awesome, keep smiling, stay home, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.